ready to happen yet. Like trying to force something to work when it's not working just for the sake of saying that like I'm in a relationship or I have a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And it's like, I think that's something I think I myself had to learn was like, if it's not working, like let it go. Like don't try to force it and make it work when it's clearly not.
I get that, but I feel like that's different than like, you know, if someone's hanging out with you for a lot of time and they expect to hear the actual title because they don't want their time wasted.
Yeah,
I think that's completely fine. Like someone being like, no, I believe in the label because like if you can't call me your girlfriend, your boyfriend, at some point, then what am I doing here? Like it can't just be like, oh well, we've never said it, but we've been hanging out, spending a lot of time with each other for like 6 months.
That's
well,
different.
But like a lot of y'all be playing, like a lot of people, like y'all know, a lot of people be like playing for a lot of time. It'd be like
that's also like a lack of commitment, you know, because that person is
communication.
Benefits you to some sort of fashion, and you don't want to repay that.
So like, I've never been in any real relationship, so I wouldn't know. But like, the idea that someone's just like messing around and not sure what they want for 6 months is almost incomprehensible.
I know it happens though. People be on bullshit.
They do.
Like, what are they like? In order for that to happen, you have to literally put like zero thought into it. Like,
or be very inconsiderate, which people are.
That, and you have to like. I feel like that is so hard to just. You have to like be like almost purely unconscious, like. And a lot of people are, but it feels like something that you can't like think about and be like, I don't know, for 6 months. Like if it lasts, or even 2 months, to be honest.
Bro, that's why I like labels though, because like I don't know, it makes sure that we're on the same page. Same. Because there's been tons of times where I've been trying to be in like I was talking to somebody and they didn't officially ask me out, and they were like, oh yeah, Sarah's my girlfriend. When did Sarah become your girlfriend?
Yeah, you have to. You have to ask that.
I didn't know I was your girlfriend.
Yeah, see,
period.
That's one thing. Like, I would. The step of progression for me would, okay, do we actually know that we like each other? First of all, like I would ask them, like, you ask them on the date, right? That's the natural progression. Like, we know we like each other. I feel like just sitting down and have a conversation, being like, yo, so how is this gonna work between us? Like, what's the intentions?
Eventually, that what's us will come.
Yeah.
It always
like,
does.
Almost doing that immediately though, or at least having an idea of it. Like, okay, I can see us going this way. Let's keep that sort of thing. Yeah. But if that doesn't, I feel like that kind of crap should happen instantly. Like that. What's the intentions here?
I agree.
Because if that doesn't happen, that's how you got the people messing around. Like, which is why, I guess that's why I didn't like really care for labels that much, because the label's not needed when both people know what's going on, and in my case people will know what's going on if that discussion is had.
I think that's what I was trying to say early with like labels. I don't want to say labels aren't necessary because I feel like I'm wording it wrong, but like communication always has to be there to figure out what you are and what you're going to be. I think you should know what you want first and foremost. That is important. If you know you want to be in a relationship, it's important to communicate that with someone else. But like, and I mean in terms of like talking stages, like if you're developing a relationship and like, yes, you're talking, but you're not ready to put like a label on it. Like say you guys like, yes, you're exclusive right now, and like both parties have communicated like, yeah, we're talking, we're just not ready to put a label on it yet.
Wait, talking as in like dating, like they're going on dates?
Yeah, like talking as in like they're dating, they're going out consistently, they're like, but they're just like, we're not ready to put like a title on it yet. We don't want to put a title on it yet. Like, I think that's like fine. If that's like, you know, communicated. It has to be communicated and understood through both parties. And if that's not what you want, if that doesn't align, then that needs to be a conversation as well to figure out where do we go from here. Do we still want to continue this to see if something can happen, or do we want to just go our separate ways now?
Yeah, I think I like the communicative aspect of like the whole label thing.
I know you're on
but
fire.
I like the whole natural aspect of like not having labels. I don't know if there's like a balance in between or something.
And it isn't so black, and it really isn't so black and white when you think about it. is like there's definitely like a lot of gray area and stuff that like you just have to figure out as it happens.
Okay, so another question that we have is, okay, so what's your type then? Like, what's a type of person that you
Great
primarily
segue.
date?
It's a great segue.
I really don't have a type, honestly.
I figured.
I think the fork, you know. There's other stuff. It's not that they just like wake up in the morning and like, okay, I'm gonna consume 3 times as much as the average person does. Nobody does that.
But like people that eat not that much, but their genetics are built in a way where like let's say Sarah, let's say she could eat less than me, but with what she eats, it's still less than me. Like I could eat a lot. She could have like the genetics that she would get fatter than me in a quicker amount of time. Like that's not like her fault. It's like, oh, if you just have, like, you know, if your body's built like in a different way, your body's built a different way.
Or some people like literally can't work out because of like chronic injuries. But in my case, I do kind of like, I'm kind of with you on like, I wouldn't date somebody. It's not that I wouldn't date somebody that's not fat. I wouldn't date somebody that's not athletically active.
Me neither.
There could also be a skinny person though.
I just like don't have an interest in date because I also feel like at that point that you know,
Gotta do something.
Yeah.
Like that crap keeps you alive longer.
exactly. You know.
Straight up.
But there's also skinny people that are very unhealthy and
Oh no,
like, you know,
I am not.
yeah,
nearly
not too much.
I'm not nearly as healthy as I look. Like,
I mean, I also was very skinny fat as a kid. I was used to be ashamed every time I walked in front of the mirror. I thought like I don't have any muscle. I'm skinny, and somehow I'm also bloated. And
you're a child.
I was 9. You know. Well, that's the problem. There's also unrealistic male beauty standards. So you know, I'm not saying that I looked like Eric Cartman when I was a kid.
But there's nothing wrong with looking like low-key. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with like, you're 9.
But then I put myself through a challenge and started.
Like you don't need skin. Like you don't need a skincare routine at 9. You don't need to like go to the gym 6 days a week and be on creatine.
Exactly.
You're 9 years old.
But I ended up going to the gym starting when I actually just started doing it in my house. I started doing quarantine, and I found out that you know fitness was a way to see how far I can push myself, how I can challenge myself, understand myself, and then you also learn about your body, learn about muscles, joints, and all this beautiful. And
So if you found like a bigger person attractive and they go to the gym, they have like a good diet, would you date them?
would I date them?
well, if you found them attractive.
If I found them attractive, I would date them if I could make it work. I think you know, I expect a lot of attention to me, but it goes the other way around as well. I can't you know, more than attention. I feel like you know, I feel like respect. There has to be time, effort. You know, otherwise it'd be hypocritical. If that person can provide that for me and I like that person enough, I mean, I don't know. Today, no. Tomorrow, maybe.
Word. That's real.
I can only say how I feel about today. I can't make a forecast about tomorrow. It's really funny because some people really say, "Oh, I can never." Some people say I can never be gay, and then they end up being gay. I can never be fat.
Everybody's a little gay. It's really what it is.
I can never be fat, and then you know you see them 2 years later and they put on 30 pounds. I could never. I could never, let's say, steal, and then they would put in the position where they have to steal, and they steal.
I can totally
right?
do that. I'll go to Walmart right now and steal. Shit. I'll go to Walmart right now and steal. That's so funny.
No, that's a good thing that you don't say statements like that because it's a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing.
You know, because middle school me, I'm never smoking, I'm never drinking.
Okay, no, middle school me was like that, but I stuck to it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, well, period.
Yeah, middle school me was like, I'm not doing all that, guys.
That's embarrassing.
Dude, this thing about me thinking I'm not sure if I've ever said I would never smoke, but if I did, I'm picturing that one time when I was at a birthday party with a cigar and champagne. Like,
Ew. Ew, cigar, dirty lungs.
I was just trying. They're like, yo, you want one? I was like, why do we do this? And they're like, I don't know. And I was like, all right, sure. It was in my mouth for maybe 10 minutes tops. I didn't even finish it.
Been there before.
Okay, Rock. That crap is that crap burns like it takes forever to burn up. I opened the door for him to walk in.
That's so funny. Oh God, this is a good life. Like what, Sam? Like what?
Everything.
Like what, Sam? Come on now, name a thing.
Well, let's see here. Every single thing that happens in Rush Gamma Sigma.
But you rushed it.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm like, I can never see you in a frat.
No, of course not. Let me think. Classes were mid.
Gross.
Being stuck at home for a year and a half was honestly a blessing. I took extra classes, didn't have to drive here. All the people dying sucked though. Yeah, man, nah. There's just so much. There's so much stuff that happens at Rutgers that I'm glad I dodged.
Oh, Ale, would you ever join a frat?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not. Don't do that.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Well, I can go on a rant.
All right, cool. Do that.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Right.
So,
we're on the show.
so,
Yeah, do that. We're on the show.
so I feel like it's an easy way to get. I say this for the frats that I see on College Avenue. I think they're laughable. You know.
They are.
I think that they have not worked on themselves hard enough. They're not gone through this process of like, you know, growing up, and so they'll band together in this little house, and they put Greek letters that they can't even pronounce at the and really what happens is that it's legal prostitution on campus.
Oh.
That's what happens. They aren't man enough to ask a woman to dance because they don't know how to dance either. And then they're like, okay, you come all to our house. Only girls can come in, no guys, because we want to keep it safe. And they are the same ones that, you know, end up doing all this crazy shit. If you know what I mean. So,
Yeah, they roofie.
So
And they eat cum on crackers.
they do this stupid shit just to get in, just to fit in, because, you know, they'd rather go through this painful process to then be, you know, accepted into the herd than to being like, you know, okay, I'm just gonna find out who I am, what are my passions are, and where I want to put my energy, you know. And when I see them like I live on the same block as a frat, Zetapsi, and I see them on this bench and they're blasting music on a Sunday, and I'm like, find a fucking job, go to work, be a functioning member of society, please. You know, I can say as much as I can about what I think happens in those parties. I can have my perspective, but like, if you're on a Sunday afternoon blasting music outside and you're throwing a fucking football, and you think that you're like some sort of supermodel, man, just find a fucking job, please. Be useful.
And what are you gonna do when you graduate college and have to live like a normal life?
Yeah.
Daddy's money. Daddy's money.
You don't live in a house that has like 3 letters and everybody comes sucking your cock because you wear those 3 letters, you know. And the funny thing is that they all think that these frats that they belong to are like so cool, but they all do the same stuff. Come to our house, talk to us, and we all repeat the 4 same words. We all dress the same, and
We're in the closet.
I guess so. But then the fact is that they have chicken.
Been on Grindr.
I'm like, no, they are.
And then the fact is what?
They have all these banners that they say wing night, come meet the brothers, this invite only, and I'm like, for me it's like, wow, all this exclusivity.
Right, I'm gonna come meet the brothers. I want to meet my brothers.
I'm like, okay, man, okay.
Those not our brothers. They know not.
Then you gotta make sure that the boys that come in bring a X amount of girls. Come on, man. So, come on.
Wait, Q said, don't y'all be going to frat parties?
No.
Oh.
We
We go to Gamma Sigma. We go to a frat party.
Yeah.
Oh.
We go to the frats.
And then, you know, the music is really bad.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
It's the same 5 songs every time.
No, I can grill literally this entire country on their taste in music.
And they can only listen to Future and maybe Travis Scott and Drake.
And it's always the weird white boys that I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it at all. I think there's something weird about, like, you're always listening to music that has nothing to do with anything you've ever experienced at all. There, I said it. Like, it's the whitest boys jamming out to like hard trap, and I'm like, you've never sold drugs. You've never had a pregnancy scare. You've never had a baby mama. You've never been shot at. How do you like enjoy Future? Like, how do you enjoy all this? Like, it's weird to me. It's weird to me.
That entire genre has gone down the toilet, and I mean the entire.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Gates keeps it real because, you know, that kind of music is funny, and I enjoy listening to him.
The whole point.
Yeah.
The whole point of rap is that what separates rap from poetry is the fact that there's music behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yet that music is completely neglected,
Yeah.
like for the past 5 to 6 years. Like you take away like you think of most of these artists that these like white rap boys are listening to. Like someone told me to listen to Juice WRLD or whatever once, so I just tried listening to 3 of his songs, and I'm like, dude, if you took the lyrics away from like all these songs, I would not be able to tell them apart. Like the instrumentals are exactly the same. Like across the board. And I'm just like, these, like, it's just, and I feel like, how many people are listening to this music just because they hear other people listening to this music?
Right.
Because I'm willing to bet it's a lot.
And people also complain that it's like we don't have real music anymore. But it's like
We do.
You're also like consuming the not real music. Like
Yeah.
if you want real music,
You just gotta find it.
right,
Find it.
Like we don't really push the artists that I feel like that
They
have
push whatever
talent.
sells, and whatever sells
Yeah.
right now is whatever like is the most crude and stuff
I
like
love
that.
sharing the
Sorry,
music.
Megan Thee Stallion, but
Yeah.
Wait, why hate on her? Why hate on her though? Why,
There's
go
one
hate on the
thing-
nigga. Why hate on Megan Thee Stallion? Why Megan Thee Stallion? Go hate on the nigga.
One thing that Megan
No,
Thee
come on,
Stallion-
Ale. No, come on. Bring it back. Bring it back. Why hate on Megan Thee Stallion? Go hate on the nigga.
I think it's too crude and it's not.
Her, but what about them niggas? What about them niggas? What about what about all the men? What about all the men? What about all the men that be rapping about pussy this, pussy that, pussy this? I eat pussy
Heck, all them
this.
too.
And like on top of it,
No, but Ale spoke about Megan first.
I just don't like her music.
Why? But why her and
I
not
don't
all the? Why her and not the?
I don't think he likes any of them. He just
Yeah, I just put.
But you said Megan.
First
Though.
example.
Okay.
Well, yeah, like
I
I
mean,
can.
he did say Travis Scott first time. But,
Oh, okay.
though Megan is crude, I think she's a great lyricist.
Amen. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
despite what she raps about, like her pen game is good. Like she be writing. She writing.
and we be
songs.
listening. So yeah, and we be listening. So
there
yeah.
is